You're welcome back to my class again. Today we are still going to look at synchronizing thread. In the last class we used the mechanism of lock, but in this class we are going to use semaphore. What is semaphore? A semaphore is a counter that controls access to limited resources, right, by the thread. Now, what in the scripture can we use to as analogy for this lecture? The story of Gideon. My channel is religion, science, and technology. And I'm trying to bridge the gap between these three realms just to show you what is in religion can actually be translated to what is in science and what is in technology. So I'm going to use the story of Gideon to write a Python program to demonstrate what actually happened with that story of Gideon. Now, God gave Gideon an instruction to go and fight the Midianites. And Gideon initially had about 32,000 soldiers, and he had to reduce them to just 300. Now we are going to create a semaphore which will represent the three things, the three tools, that is the resources that Gideon used, which were what? The trumpet, the pitchers, and the what? And the torches. So he's going to create 5 groups of soldiers, which is what? 60-60 in these 300 soldiers. He will put them in the camp, and then he will give them instruction to gain access to these three resources and then use them to either blow the trumpet, bridge the pitchers, and use the torches. And then it will create confusion in the camp of the enemy. So let's write a Python program to demonstrate that story. All right. So the first thing we will do is we will also import our threading module and also import the time module. So I will say import threading, import time. This is a threading module. Inside this threading module, we are going to use the thread class. Inside this time module, we are going to use the sleep method. That's why I'm importing them. Okay, so the first thing you will do now is create the semaphore. So the semaphore method object, right? So inside this threading, threading.semaphore. We are going to have just three, and that will be what? The trumpet, the pitchers, and the torch. So we are only going to have 3 groups of the soldiers accessing these 3 things at the same time. So I'll put 3 here, right? Then I will now come here. What is the task the soldiers are expected to perform? That will be a function. Def task. Nothing will be in it. Nothing will be supply. It's not receiving any argument. But inside it, I will say with, meaning you have to obtain this semaphore object first before you can perform any task. With semaphore, right? Go in, and then once you obtain the semaphore, go in and say print. I am assuming this to be the action that should be taken. I will call my format string, and I will say inside this curly bracket, I'll call this threading. Inside it, I will say current. I'll use the current thread method, right? To access the name. I'm accessing the name of the thread. Then I'll do this has started. Then I will do this, and I will close this. All right, threading.currentThread.name. So I am assuming this to be the action, right? Then I will come here, I will say time.sleep. So sleep for 2 seconds. So this 2 seconds is assumed to be the duration for the performance of the task, which is blow the trumpet, bridge the pitcher, and use the torch. That is what I'm assuming here. Then I will say print. So they are finished. threading dot current underscore thread dot name as completed. Okay, so that so this is the task they are to do. Start and then complete. That is the task. So blow the trumpet, bridge the pitcher, and use the torch. So that is what they are to do. And then the enemy camp will go into confusion. So this is just the task. Now, what is Gideon? Remember that Gideon is the main thread that is going to create the soldiers and then assign these tasks to them. So, but Gideon has to keep these soldiers in a camp. So the first thing Gideon will do is to do what? Create a camp. So I will say threads, and then I'll create a list. So this is a data structure, which is the camp where the soldiers are going to stay. But for now, he has created the camp and there are no soldiers. Now he's going to create those soldiers into 5 different groups and then bring them into this place. So to do that, I will now create a variable t, and then I will call, I will do it in a loop because I'm going to create 5 groups. So I'm going to use a loop. I'll say for, right, for I in range, I will call my range 5. So I'm dividing them into 5 groups. For I in range 5, this range is the same thing as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what this is. Now I will copy this 0 to this place. Then I will go in. I will say T. Then I'll call my threading module dot thread. So I'm calling the thread constructor of the thread class, right? To create for me a thread object. Now, what is this thread object expected to perform? It is expected to perform this task. So target equals to what? Task. Now, what is he expecting? He's expecting one variable, which is what? This name. Because when you go in, there's nothing here, but when you go in, threading.currentThread.name, I need to create a name for the thread. So I will say name. Then this place will be, I'll call my format string. Then I will have thread dash. Then I'll do this, I plus 1. Then I'll do this, I'll close, and then I'll close this. All right. So what this simply saying is this name will be assigned to this. So in getting this name, I will have thread. This I is this range is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is what this range is. So when I copy the 0 to the I, it will come here. 0 plus 1 will give me 1. So this will give me the thread name, thread 1. Now, when I create the thread, the next thing I will do will be to what? To populate these soldiers inside this camp. Then I will come here and I will say thread, which is this thread, dot is a list. So inside the list, you have the append method. I told you that if you do this, if you do print dir and then list, you will see all the methods that are inside, right? All the methods that are inside this list. So the append T. So once you create the thread, you copy that thread into this place. You are populating the camp with the thread that you are going to create. Now, once this is done, you will now say print print T, format string, T dot name has been created. Has been created. Then you close. All right. So you print this out. That means the thread has been created. When you create the thread, you put it here. Then you tell us that it has been created. Then you come here and you say T dot start. You are calling the start method. Now the start method. Now, the next thing that will happen is that Gideon will have to wait for the soldiers to perform their task and return to the camp before he can celebrate. So at that stage, now I am going to clean this. I'm going to clean that. You are still going to see this. How will Gideon wait? I will have to create another for loop again. I will create for T in threads, which is what? For T in this thread, do T dot join. We are calling the join method. Now, what should be under this place? What should be under this place is what I want to write here. What should be under this for loop, under this place? I'll say print, right? Print format string T dot name has returned. Then I will close this. So this print T dot name. So thread 1 has returned, thread 2 has returned, thread 3 has returned, thread 4 has returned. All of them will still be inside this loop. So this loop will have to run all this. Once everything is completed, then Gideon can now come here. You can now print out. This is the final thing that should be printed out on the screen. Print Gideon celebrate. Just print this out. So it means Gideon has waited. The soldiers have finished fighting. They've won and they've all come back to camp. Then you can now print out Gideon celebrate. So this is the creation of the thread. Once this thread is created, and the tag to be assigned to it, this thread name will be given to this. So this will print thread 1 has started, thread 2 has started, thread 3 has started, right? Then thread 1 will sleep for, all of them will perform for just 2 seconds. So it will conclude thread 1 has completed. It is after this thread 1 has completed before thread 4 will start, because at this stage, when this T1.start was called to start 3 threads concurrently because of this semaphore, thread 4, Gideon was still creating thread 4. So thread 4 was created, thread 5 was created. But what you will see on the screen will be that 3 thread has been created and the 3 thread has started. Then the 4th thread is created, the 5th thread is created, but the 4th and the 5th thread will not start anything until any one of these 3 threads finish before the 4th thread can now take over. Until any one of those 3 threads finish before the 5th thread can now take over. Then Gideon will have to wait for all of them to return. All the thread 1, thread 2, thread 3, thread 4, thread 5 will have to perform and return before Gideon will now print out Gideon celebrate, which is the last thing that should be printed out by the main thread, which is what? Gideon. So using this semaphore, you are able to manage access to the limited resources for the army to be able to fight and win their enemy. So that is the concept of thread synchronization. The last class we used lock. This class we are using semaphore. So let's go to PyCharm and let me run this script for you to see what the output will be. Please don't forget to subscribe. And do not forget to like and share this video. All right, so this is our pie chart. Now, I'm just going to explain the script because I've written it and I don't want the video to be too long. So this is importing our thread, importing our time module. Then we are creating the semaphore object by using the semaphore constructor of the semaphore class inside the threading module. And then we are just assigning just 3 threads can access the semaphore at the same time. Then define the task. This is the task that is expected to perform. When you obtain the semaphore, then this is what you do. Has started. So thread 1 has started, thread 2 has started, thread 3 has started. Then they will wait for 2 seconds. Then it will print out thread 1 has completed, thread 2 has completed, thread 3 has completed. Now this is the camp, which is the list, using a for loop to create 5 groups of soldiers. And then here you are putting them inside the camp. And then in this place you print out thread 1 has been created, thread 2 has been created, thread 3 has been created. Then you are starting the thread. Now this place is where all the thread will have to block the main thread and ask the main thread to wait for them to finish their task. So, and all the thread will return after they finish their task before this Gideon will now do this. So here I'm just going to execute it for you to see. Now watch. You see? Now let's see the output. Thread 1 has been created. Can you see that? Thread 1 has been created. Thread 1 has started. Now, thread 1 and thread 2 and thread 3 are created and they are starting concurrently. But it's just because of the printout. That's why you're seeing it this way. The 3 threads are starting concurrently. So thread 1 has been created, thread 1 has started, thread 2 has been created, thread 2 has started, thread 3 has been created, thread 3 has started. Now, these 3 have been created and they've started the task concurrently. And while they are carrying out the task, the main thread, which is Gideon, is still printing thread, is still creating thread 4 and thread 5. So thread 4 has been created. You can see that thread 4 did not start. Thread 5 has been created. You can see that thread 5 did not start. So thread 3 has to finish. So thread 3 has completed before thread 4 now starts. Thread 2 has completed. Thread 1 has completed. Now, because of the synchronization, that's why you are seeing it this way. Before thread 5 now starts. Now, if you run this script again, the output might not be this same way again. It will be thread 4 has started, thread 2 has completed, then thread 5 has started, then thread 1 has completed, like that. It can come out differently. But what I really want you to note here is that thread 4 did not start after creation. Thread 5 did not start after creation because thread 1, thread 2, thread 3 have started. They have accessed the semaphore. Only 3 threads can access the semaphore. So until one of those 3 threads finish, the 4th thread cannot start. So that is why you are seeing thread 4 starting after thread 1 has completed. After thread 3 has completed, as you can see. Now, thread 5 has started, thread 1 has returned, thread 2 has returned, thread 3 has returned, thread 4 completed, thread 4 has returned, thread 5 has completed, thread 5 has returned. So until everybody return, Gideon cannot celebrate. It was after they've all returned that Gideon now celebrates. That is the purpose of this script. So you can see how you use Semaphore to control the access to those resources, and then finishing the task and all the soldiers returning before Gideon can now celebrate in the camp. That is what I want to demonstrate to you. Don't forget to like this class. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. And also follow me on my Facebook page. So till we see in the next class. Bye-bye.